Hello friends, good morning and welcome to the channel. Today in this video I will quickly show you how to create a virtual network in Azure. As part of this video tutorial we are going to discuss three simple approaches to do this. The first one is using Azure portal and the second approach is using Azure PowerShell and the third approach is using Azure CLI commands, right? So as a prerequisite, what you need a Azure subscription or Azure account, okay? And if you have not yet created any Azure account or you don't have a Azure subscription, I have written an article on that particular topic where you can just easily create a Azure account with few steps even without a credit card also. That article link I'm going to put it in the video description. You can just check out that article, follow that and create your own Azure account, Azure free account, right? Then you can just try out these steps. Okay. Now without making any delay, what I'll do, I will navigate to the Azure portal and we will discuss the first approach to do this. Now let me go there. You can able to see I have already logged into my Azure portal and this is the portal.azure.com, right? So here what you need to do, you can search for virtual networks here and then you will find a search result as virtual networks under the services section, right? Click on that and then what you need to do, you need to just click on the create button. Then here you need to select a subscription first. Okay. And then you have to create the resource group using the create new link. If you want to create a new one, just click here and provide a name for your resource group. And if you want to use any existing resource group, you can select from the list of resource group you have, right? So I will just go with this one. And then you need to provide a name for your virtual network, right? So an unique name you can tell. I will just say test VN. Okay. Now you need to select the region. I will just select East US and then you need to click on the next button to go to the security section. Here, based on your requirement, you can select these options like virtual network and encryption. If you want, you can just select this one. If you don't want, you can just keep it as it is. And then if you want to use Azure version, you can just select the enable Azure version. And if you don't want, you can just no need to select this one. And once you will select this particular option, you need to provide a host name. Okay. And then and the next thing is you just need to provide a public address. Either you can use the default one or else you can just click on the create a public IP address and provide a name for the public address and then the tier you need to choose, right? Basic or standard you want to go with. Okay. Or you can just go with the default option. So I will just go with the default one. And then if you want to use this Azure firewall, you can just select this enable Azure firewall option. Okay. So if I'll select this, I need to provide this Azure firewall name and then the tier you can choose either the basic, standard or premium, whatever you want to use. Policy also you can select or else you can just click on the create new but link to and provide a name for the firewall policy, right? Just you need to click on the create new link and just provide a name and then click on the OK button, create a new policy, right? So I will just use the default option. And the other thing is you need Azure firewall public IP address. You can just go with the default one or you can just create a new public address as well, right? Just click on this and again same thing, provide a name and then choose the SKU, right? Basic or standard you want. I will just go with the default one as I told you. And then what you can do, you can just click on the next button and here you can click on the add a subnet button if you want to add a new subnet, and if you want to go with the default option that also you can do. Okay, with the default option also you can go with, but if you want to create a new one you need to choose the subnet purpose. Okay, here is all the purposes are there, you can select one and then provide a name, a useful name or unique name for your subnet. Okay, and now you have to provide the IPv4 address range. You can select it from here, and then the starting address. Okay, here also you need to specify the starting address. Okay, these are the mandate options that you need to select, and the rest other options is optional. Based on requirement, you can also choose, or you can just keep it as it is. Okay, now you can click on the add button, which will add a new subnet. Okay, I will go with the default option, so I'm not going to change anything here. I'll just click on the next button, and here tags also I'm not going to use any name value thing. I will keep it as it is, and then I will click on the review plus create button. The moment you will do that, it will run a validation behind. And if any validation issue or if any issue is there with the options that you have entered or selected, it will show you the validation error here. Okay. And you will not see this create button unless and until you will fix those validation issues, right? You can simply click on the previous button and you can go to each tab to fix those issues, right? Now, since we don't have any validation error, create button is enabled for us. So I will just click on the create button and I'm done. Now it will start initializing the deployment as you can see, and it will take few seconds to deploy it or to create the virtual network for us. Let me wait for that and I will show you when it is done, right? Now you can able to see the deployment is in progress, and you can able to see now your deployment is completed, right? So our deployment is completed and we have successfully created this virtual network, right? Now you can click on the go to resource button to see the virtual network we have created. Now you can able to see this is the virtual network we have created using this fast approach, that is using Azure portal, right? Now we will move to the second approach. So for the second approach, I have already opened my Azure PowerShell ISE with run as administrator mode, and I have also already written the commands for that. I will just navigate to the PowerShell ISE and I will show you there. You can able to see this is my Azure PowerShell ISE, and this is the command we need to execute to create the virtual network, right? So new hyphen agent virtual network is the PowerShell command which can help us to create a virtual network new one, right? So what we are doing here in my vnet, we are providing with this variable, we are providing this values, right? Name is nothing but the virtual network name. Okay, you provide the name here, and then the resource group name. This is my resource group name, and the location. Okay, location or region you can tell. So this is the East US for us, and then the address prefix, which is nothing but this one 10.01, right? Then we are passing the my vnet along with this particular command, right? New az virtual network, right? And that we are keeping in a variable called virtual network, right? So now what you can do, we will just execute this particular command and see whether azvnet3 is creating or not. Let me execute this command. So now the command has been executed successfully. Now what we'll do to verify whether that this is created or not, I will just navigate to the portal, right? So here is the portal. I'll go to the home. I'll just click on this virtual networks, and then you can able to see the AZVNet3 is created successfully. Okay, this is the AZVNet3, right? So the name is AZVNet3 if I'm not wrong. Let me just cross check. Yes, this is AZVNet3, right? So we have created that one successfully using the PowerShell command. So now we will also use Azure CLI command, and I have already written that this is the third approach. Okay, now this is the command az network vnet create. This is the command. Along with that, we need to provide the parameter name, which is nothing but the virtual network name, right? I am telling it az vnet4, and then the resource group is nothing but the resource group name we are providing, and this is the address prefix, that is 10.01, right? So this is the command that you need to execute in the Azure CLI to create a virtual network. Right? I'll just copy this command. I'll go here. I will click on the cloud shell, and I will try executing this particular command here, right? So it is connecting to the terminal now. So now let me just paste this command. I will right click and say paste, and I will enter. The moment I'll do that, it will start running this command and it will create the virtual network for us, right? Let's wait and watch what it is doing. You can able to see it is created that particular virtual network AZBNet 4 successfully, right? We got the expected output. Now what we can do, we can just, I'll just minimize it, and I will go and refresh this page, right? I'll just click on refresh. Now you can able to see AZBNet 4 has been created successfully, right? So this is the one we created by Azure CLI. So this is how you can use these three approaches to create a virtual network in Azure. Okay. So that's it for today. I thought to quickly show you how you can create Azure virtual network. Okay. And we have discussed here three simple approaches to do that. I've also written an article on this particular topic. I will put the article link on the video description that you can just cross check to get these commands and all. If you want to copy these commands, right, there only you can get it. Okay, so thanks a lot for watching this video. If you like the video, kindly subscribe to our channel so that you will get lots of free Azure tips, helpful Azure PowerShell commands, as well as helpful Azure CLI commands. Thanks a lot and have a nice day. Bye bye.